I'd like us all to think for a minute about who we are as a nation. The America I believe in is a nation of values. It's founded on the idea that all men and women are created equal, that families should stick together, that we should look out for one another, and that hard work should be rewarded. But lately, working families and the middle class have been having a pretty tough time. And it just got worse during the economic downturn. We got into this mess because we forgot that it's the working families and middle class who are the engines of our society. Instead, the rich got a whole lot richer, while most people fell backwards or just managed to keep up. Corporations cut our wages and benefits, so now it's harder just to meet the basics and support our families. At a time when families are just starting to do better, the last thing we need is this meat axe approach to budget cuts, which hurts our families and communities while sheltering millionaires and CEOs. And that meat axe has a name. It's called the sequester. When Congress failed to act to prevent this injustice, and make no mistake, it is an injustice, it did so with no regard for everyday working middle-class American people. Every state's going to feel the effects of the sequestration, but it seems like the most vulnerable are the ones who will be hit the hardest. As we heard from Representative Hunter, it's going to threaten our very safety with our police departments, drug enforcement and other programs, our fire departments. At the University of Iowa, research funding could take a $20 to $30 million hit. Now that'll have short-term financial impacts, especially if they repeal the sequestration, but it would do long-term damage to federally funded research programs. According to the U of I researchers, what 2 months of sequestration could destroy could take years to rebuild and may never be restored. At a time when we need it the most, we'll lose about $380,000 in funding for job search assistance, referral, and placement. And this is at a time when people need that help to get the skills they need to find employment. In Iowa, around 1,300 children who receive vaccines for diseases such as measles, mumps, rubella, tetanus, whooping cough, influenza, and Hep B will see those benefits reduced. Schools are projected to have their funding cut, and Head Start and early Head Start services would be eliminated for approximately 500 children in our state. I was on a press call this morning, and a community action director from the Davenport area said they're talking about furloughing children. They're going to be closing some of their sites for a number of days throughout the summer. And so the way that trickles down, and I thought it was very telling, is first of all, these children won't have a place to go. The people who work there won't be employed. The parents who count on that for their jobs, for daycare, won't have that, and the employers won't have their workers. So you can see it affects everyone. So we protect our families and build a secure middle class by the decisions we make together. We can make sure that quality education and job training is available and affordable. We can call this sequester the injustice to Iowans and the American people it is. A couple of things we can do is we can pull the Pentagon pork that's sent to big contractors and reshape the Pentagon budget to protect our troops as we meet the 21st century needs. That's something that's near and dear to my heart. 10 years ago today, my son was sitting on the border ready to go into Iraq. And we don't need to be cutting funding from our soldiers and the people in the front lines, but to these big defense contractors. And we can make millionaires and big corporations pay their fair share. So it's really true. We all do better when we all do better. America works best when we all do our part and work together as one nation, indivisible and strong. When each of us does our part in exchange for the blessings of liberty, committed to the country we love, we can do this. This is what America is all about. Together we can create an America that works for all of us. Thank you.